Welcome back to another episode of the Running Back Podcast. I am your host, Aaron Alexander, alongside Coach Ali.
Yo, what's up? How you doing?
That's what his name is, Welcome back to another episode of the Running Back Podcast. I am your host, Aaron Alexander, alongside Coach Ali.
Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up?
Welcome back to another episode of the Running Back Podcast. I am your host, Aaron Alexander, alongside Coach Ali.
Yo, what's up?
Hey,
It's just the listen, third time is a charm, man. Let's go.
dumbest thing I've ever had to do, bro.
Third time is a charm, man.
Oh, man, y'all gonna get to see that. And, of course, still joined to my right by the infamous Uncle E. What's going on, man?
Man, this is killing me every time.
Hey, man, listen, we got it done. Third time's a charm, man. We good, bro. Let's go. Let's get the party started.
It's crazy, man.
You should have seen the dude's face the second time, like.
We have a great show lined up for you today. NFL Week 3. Some great games occurred. This might have been the most exciting week probably since week 1.
Some drama.
Yeah, a lot of big games, some upsets, some record breakers. But we'll get into that a bit later. NBA Media Day was today, so that was fun. We got to see a lot of these teams in their new threads, some old faces in new places. Very fun to see. And then, of course...
Old faces in new places? You mean old faces in same places?
No, old faces in new places.
Rondo returning, Dwight returning. I'm just calling it. It just seemed like...
Okay.
I saw one team.
Was DeMar on the Bulls last year?
No.
Was Lonzo on the Bulls last year?
I dare you say
Was Laurie Marketing on the Cavs last year?
He
Was Kyle Lowry on the Heat last year? So you see how your statement don't make sense?
I
Exactly. Don't
prove
interrupt
my
me in the intro.
statement. I prove my statement clear.
Also, college football, week 3 and some upsets. The new AP poll is out. It's an interesting lineup to say the least. And of course, we are going to be bringing the pop culture things on the second half of the show. So Ali, do you want to take us into the first segment for today?
So, college football. A great weekend. We're going through the top 25 scores, some upsets, some thrillers, and some blowouts. First things first, Wake Forest beats Virginia by 20. Pretty solid game.
Wake Forest?
Yeah, they 24.
Wake Forest 24.
When did that happen?
Last week.
That's why we can't have nice things. Sam Hartman, he was actually on QB1 Netflix special. You know, I watched his career growing up, so he's a pretty good kid. You can tell he's getting into his own. He had a great, solid outing, 270 in the air, and then 3 touchdowns. Nice running game from all running backs. You got Justice Ellison with 86 yards, and then Christian Turner at 54. Pretty solid, well-balanced win for the Wake Forest.
Yeah, I think what I like is he really kind of sprinkled the ball around to each one of his receivers. He didn't kind of lock in on one, which I think you see a lot, particularly with this team. So Taylor Moore is their number 1 receiver on this team. And so it's easy to kind of get locked in when you have a guy who's usually a lot better than everybody else on the team. And I wouldn't necessarily say he's a lot better, but he is the best one, and it's relatively clear that he's the best one. And so I think to still see Sam sprinkle the ball around the way he did, 4 targets here, 4 targets there, 3. He actually only threw 3 to Taylor Moore, and he was the 3rd receiver in terms of receptions. He was 3rd on the team. I think it's important for his development and his potential for playing at the next level. So good on him, man.
Yeah, that's a pretty good game for them. Next game we have Fresno State still rocking in the top 25 and number 18 right now.
Bro, I don't know what's gotten into them this year.
So they have a weaker schedule because obviously they're in a weaker conference.
Facts.
Because, they're in the Mountain West.
And they also played UNLV.
Mountain West.
So they beat UNLV by 8.
Dang, so, UNLV.
Yeah, that's a basketball school.
I know. They
0-4.
Bro, they birthed an NBA champion. You already know who. Joel Anthony, fuck you talking about?
Shut your ass up. UNLV is so bad. They had 2 different quarterbacks.
2 times.
Hey, the second quarterback actually came in and did pretty well. I mean, it was garbage time, but you know.
Hey man, this man Jake Hayden might go to the draft. He might be the next Derek Carr.
I mean, you putting a lot of. Oh, never mind. Just
He threw 380. He threw 380 and 5 touchdowns. What you mean? I know he got that one pick on his thing, but
I mean, when you throw the ball 42 times, I can excuse one pick.
yeah, 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's the ratio is 3-1. You give me 5-1. I can live with that.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, solid outing for Jake. Hopefully he continues just great progress.
Oh my God.
He might be like a 4th round pick.
And see, this is what I mean about locking in on one guy. To be fair, it didn't come back to bite him, but Jalen Cropper got 4 of his 5 touchdowns.
I mean, if he got like that, he got like that. I mean,
10 receptions,
I mean,
108.
He had 5 catches for like 100 yards. So like,
I mean, yeah.
he wasn't finishing his dinner. You know what I'm saying? So that's why
He wanted to finish his dinner.
He wasn't, boy. He wasn't.
I mean, he
finishing.
wasn't. Come on, man.
He was catching big plays and everything. You
But
know
he
what I'm
wasn't
saying?
finishing his dinner. That's all I gotta say. He got caught at the 5-yard line every time.
Very true. Jalen was finishing it up, boy. He eating the
Moving
scraps.
on, Penn State, mollywops on Villanova, 38-17.
Villanova basketball school.
Yeah, so I mean, it should be easy win. I'm not going into much in that. Wisconsin loses to Notre Dame.
Now that I didn't think they were going to get blown out.
I mean, Wisconsin
bad.
usually is a strong school. I mean, they're not the best, but like they
They put up a fight.
They
usually usually a late night game with them, but not today.
Who did this to them?
That weekend.
I told y'all you don't play with Notre Dame.
I mean, Notre Dame need to get in a conference before they can start talking trash. So I know.
Hey man, we don't sleep on Notre Dame.
Yes, we
Notre
do.
Dame need to get in a conference so they can make some noise. Playing independent because they cool with NBC and shit.
I mean, it's we're a private university. You can't beat that.
There's a lot of schools in private universities that are in conferences.
But they Notre Dame.
So
They cool.
All right.
Name your favorite name from Notre Dame.
Shit. Miles. He plays at Baltimore.
He gonna say Menton Teo.
No. Miles Boykin. Yeah, he came from Notre Dame. Suck it. My favorite nigga from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin.
All right.
Yeah, shut it.
He mid.
Well, he been hurt.
Yeah.
You should name my favorite nigga.
I mean, that's.
You say he did say
I ain't say name the best name. I just said name your favorite.
It's more of a defensive game. Was it not?
That's what I was. I was just looking at him trying to find these touchdowns.
I was like,
We got 1-2 between both QBs. There was also a kick return touchdown. I know that happened in this game.
So yeah, this is definitely a defensive game for sure. What about that pick six somewhere, right? Yeah.
1-2. Yeah.
Were they pick 6 in the entire game?
They had 2 interceptions. They'll do that 2 interceptions. 4 interceptions. I'm sorry. That guy was struggling out there.
Boy, my guy was.
My man Graham was struggling. He could not find a receiver. He threw the
Hey,
ball.
hold up. Is that their record? Notre Dame undefeated?
I mean,
Notre Dame undefeated?
They haven't played.
You talking all that yak about undefeated?
they're not in a conference, so they can play any scrubs they want. But all right.
Wisconsin a scrub, because you just said a while ago they put up a fight.
I mean, we'll see what happens on the second when they play Cincinnati, and then.
Ooh, is that part time? Is that ABC with Kurt Herbstreit?
Bro, that's the 2:30 game. I don't know why that's not the main game.
Why's that not 8 o'clock game with Kurt Herbstreit?
Like, I just want you to know, they beat Florida State, who's winless. They only beat Toledo by 3. Toledo, the school up north. by 3. Barely held on to beat Purdue, and then mollywopped Wisconsin.
So we beat Purdue, huh? I say we like I fuck with Notre Dame.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens on the second when they play Cincinnati.
Navy. Navy's a stronger. Can you stop the run?
I thought you was about to really try to.
No, Navy.
You know, it's crazy. This Graham Mertz, he was one of the first people to get one of those NIL deals, and he been asked he threw his first touchdown I think last week.
Hey man, I would tell you. But moving on, Georgia. I'm not gonna talk too much about that. They beat Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's a basketball school. They had no business being out there.
No, they're not even
62-0.
They're a baseball school. They're not even a basketball school. They ass.
Vanderbilt
they're a baseball school. They in the college.
They a nice school. That's all you can say. They not.
They're in a nice location. That's what it is.
That's probably of all the schools in the SEC. the GPA is coming out that motherfucker the highest.
Yeah, well, it's Vanderbilt, man.
Moving on, Coastal Carolina.
Coastal C, bro.
They beat UMass. Again, they in the Wicked Conference because that's just the way they are.
Beat them by 50.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they beat them by 50.
Hold on, let me see that.
It's UMass.
It's UMass. UMass is considered has been one of the worst programs for a while, bro.
Yeah, come on now. Baylor just escapes Iowa State, 31-29.
Iowa State, who just recently fell out of the top 25.
Yeah, so Baylor's 4-0, and they're still staying strong. This is a good game though. Iowa State was hanging in. Their run game, 190 by Breece Hall. They cannot stop that man. That man got 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, man.
This was a scrappy game.
No, it definitely was.
Yeah, it was never. Yeah, but Baylor pulled out, so that was good for them.
Pulled out.
Arkansas still surprising people. This is a surprise now. This is a surprise now.
I mean, it's like
because remember they was at the bottom. They was at the bottom of the heap in the SEC last season.
They've been, they've been like one of the punching bags of the SEC aside from like Vanderbilt, obviously, and like Kentucky and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But they've been. I mean, they got off to a strong start, and I feel like other than this game, they've been beating their teams relatively convincingly. They've controlled all the games. KJ Jefferson has looked, I think, strong through every game he's started thus far. Mm-hmm. I think the important thing is they're not trying to have him do too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's one of those guys who he gets into a rhythm and he starts feeling himself a little too much, and then he starts making mistakes. And when you play in a team like Texas A&M, who's been playing fairly well this year, you can't afford to do that. But they coupled that. They gave their running backs 17, 8, 6, and 6 rushing attempts. So I mean, they balanced it out. They didn't try to let him do too much, and I think and they also threw in a couple of wild plays. They had their receiver throw one that he completed for 27 yards. It was a dime too. But yeah, Arkansas manages to squeak it out 20-10 over the Texas A&M Aggies. Then
Iowa against Colorado State. Oh, they got Iowa number 5, and we'll talk about it a little bit later. But they scheduled
10-point win over Colorado State.
I mean, their schedule's not that great.
No disrespect to Colorado State, man.
Yeah, man, it sounds like you're disrespecting Colorado.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I am.
Hollywood Higgins is a former alum, so I'll never disrespect Colorado State. But
nah, fuck them niggas. That niggas trash.
No disrespect to Colorado State, but
y'all niggas trash.
For Iowa to be number 5, I think to only win this game by 10, they probably should have slid. You know what I mean? Like they took a pass away from that QB. They were forcing fumble. I mean, like they were getting to him. They sacked that QB. I think he got hit 3 times. And this is a team that you should have steamrolled. So I don't know. Very interesting results, but way to, I guess, hang in there tough.
They ain't saying the same thing about Michigan. They only beat Rutgers about 7. Rutgers is the worst team in college football.
Hey man, don't talk ill about Rutgers.
Rutgers is the worst team in college football.
Listen, Michigan's been able to win games this year by running the ball. K. McNamara is not the answer for them at QB. And if
he had a great QB,
when was the last time they had a great QB?
Tom Brady. God damn. Don't say Denard Robinson because he was just a running back.
My bad. I forgot Andy Dalton went to TCU. He seemed like a Michigan quarterback.
He was running back that could throw.
You know what? Andy Dalton do seem like a Michigan guy, low key.
No, that ain't TCU.
I mean, I know he's.
No, he look like a horned frog.
Really? Like?
He look like a horned frog.
If you ain't watch, if you didn't know, I feel like, and that'd be my first guess. I'd be like, oh yeah, he probably went to Michigan or something. He do look like a Michigan type of QB.
That's what I was like.
But yeah,
but he's actually good though. So
that's true. Other than Tom Brady, nobody ever they don't work out.
Michigan hasn't had a competent quarterback since.
They get all these talented QBs. Like they get these guys who are very talented.
No, they get all these talented athletes that can throw the ball, and they be like, "Here, play quarterback."
I thought what's his name? Joe Milton was relatively talented. He just stayed in the pocket too long for him, and that's why he's now playing QB at Tennessee.
Man, he's still not getting no burn barely.
Yeah. Yeah.
A game. Let's move on from Michigan. I don't care about that nigga. Moving on to a great game. NC State beats Clemson in overtime. Nail biter. Clemson has been trash.
They're bad.
You said something earlier about them being out of the top 10. Like, how long?
Yeah. I mean, I've been very critical of Dabo Swinney in general, just because I didn't think he's a particularly good coach. I thought he was a guy who had two incredible quarterbacks for a long stretch. I mean, going from Deshaun Watson to Trevor Lawrence is one hell of a lineage. I mean, Deshaun Watson, whatever else is going on and whatever else has happened off the field, is one of the most talented guys in the NFL. And obviously Trevor Lawrence barely hadn't lost a regular season game until he got to the NFL. So, I mean, it's an interesting setup that's been going on there. But yeah, Clemson hasn't been out of the top 10 since 2008. And
damn.
Yeah. Not the top 20, but the top 10. So they have been top 10 every year since 2008. So we're talking about 13 years.
How you say this dude DJ's last name?
I don't know. I call him DJU.
DJU been trash.
I don't know.
Man, threw for. We played 48 minutes. No, 60 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
60 minutes and threw for 111 yards.
Yeah.
Come on now.
You know, it's funny because Twitter was circling around. There's this on his after Trevor Lawrence gets drafted. There's this video going when they're flying over the field in a private jet and they're looking down and they're like, oh, this is where you're going to be throwing touchdowns at. And
they barely throwing interceptions too.
Boy, he ain't throwing no touchdowns. I want to hear how you pronounce his name because I have no clue. But if you want to move on to the next game, I'll.
Is that an L?
Ugalele?
Ukulele?
It's probably Simone, like Ula Eleli.
Let's see.
We've got a new quarterback for Clemson, DJ Uyunglele.
Told you.
Nigga, what?
Uyunglele?
Uyunglele.
For Clemson, DJ Uyunglele.
Uyunglele.
Bro.
That sound nothing like.
Bro.
Uyunglele?
Bro, I don't know if I probably have to quit after if you make it.
For Clemson, DJ Uyunglele.
Bro, he said DJ Ugalangile.
It sounds like he's stuttering when he says it.
It's like
He like DJ Ugalangile.
It's like he looking soft shirt. Oh, that's DJ.
All right, one more time.
They feel he quarterback for Clemson, DJ Uyunglele.
Uyunglele.
Bro, no.
I think I was spot on.
So yeah.
Hey man, he asked. He did that ass. Because you can't be playing like
DJ
that.
who?
Ugalangile.
What the fuck is that?
Nah, I don't know.
Boy, DJ Uwe, that's what they.
DJ, you suck.
Yeah, I mean he's a big QB, but I mean, golly, boy, you look. He is 95th in the country.
Trash.
In terms of yards.
Hey,
Top 100.
shut your ass up.
In the country.
Come on, man.
Some
Some glass half empty motherfucker. This is glass half full. Right?
Listen, they about to play 4-0 Boston College. Just for if they lose to a school whose brand is New Balance, they got to retire the football program.
Bro, New Balance playing football shit.
Yeah, they just did it last year. And Boston College is the first big D1 school to go. I think it was first school in general to sign with New Balance.
All right, moving on to Auburn. They barely beat Georgia State. Auburn, better watch out. You know, in 22. You know, just like Clemson.
Can you imagine if the sign sketches or something like that dumb shit?
I hope a school signs Skechers.
Skechers?
Just so that
they're gonna probably be like a dude.
I promise you, if Skechers were to sign LeBron James, everybody rocking these.
I don't even think it had to be LeBron. If they sign anybody that niggas consider cool, niggas would be rocking Skechers.
Some Curry, Under Armour. So
you know what? Kyrie Irving, the type of nigga to go to Skechers.
I just feel like the brand, really just aligns with my values a bit more. So I'll be playing from now on in the Skechers brand.
Your shit be comfortable as fuck, though. I'll tell you that for sure.
Facts.
You think he get less injured?
My boy will have support, dude. Dropping
You
niggas.
have some fucking support on his feet.
That nigga be dropping niggas on cloud.
Bro, you would fight someone if they like.
If you imagine you like get dropped, like hit the floor type shit, and you
Niggas
you
with
look
sketches.
up at this nigga and you see that bold S, I'm retiring.
UCLA beat Stanford 35-24. UCLA still hanging in there. In
Shout
the
out
top 25.
Dorian.
Michigan State barely hangs on in overtime against Nebraska.
See, Michigan. I don't know what to think of Michigan State, man. They play some of these better schools tough. Like maybe it's them playing down to their level of competition or something like that. Or maybe this particular week, maybe they just got a little too comfortable on what they've been doing. But I really don't know what to make of this team because I'm not in love with the QB. They don't have a particularly strong running game like Michigan does. But they just keep finding some way, and their defense isn't exactly like smothering it, but they just keep finding a way to win.
Listen, they're gonna have a good test against Michigan on October 30th, and they play Ohio State and Penn State to end the season.
Yikes.
So their schedule get a little tougher right now. They got to coast with Western Kentucky and Rutgers the next 2 weeks.
Oh, they got two tune-up games, man.
So they'll be all right for the next 2 weeks. But after that, we're gonna see some real football from Michigan State. All right, moving on to
Kansas State and Oklahoma State.
Kansas State. What happened to them? They used to be in the top 25 at least, but now they just,
They just keep coming out with these cold uniforms, but
ain't nobody.
it ain't getting them no recruits.
Yeah, so
Didn't look all too bad though.
yeah.
Nah, they look cold, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to lose, at least lose looking good.
Yeah, so and then Florida beat Tennessee. Tennessee is another one of those schools that's usually good, but now they're not in the past 5 years.
Oh, they're so
5? I give it a little more than that.
Yeah, I would say like
I'll be generous.
10.
Nigga, you the type of dude that put like 80% tip. That's what you did right here.
80% tip.
That's what you did. That's what you gave them an
Emory
80% tip for
Jones,
trash
man.
service. That's what you do.
Yo, hold on. Before we skate past this Florida game, Emory Jones went 21-27 for 209 and 2 touchdowns, right? Cool. But he also ran for 144 yards.
Boy, we got a Lamar in the making.
Bruh, they would not play no defense. Come on now. Non-existent.
6'2", 212. Boy, he gone. That man shooting his draft stock up.
Alabama play another cupcake school like they always do every year.
It's a cupcake school.
They play Southern Miss, bro. Come on now.
You know they don't play nobody till they get to their conference
Bro,
stuff. And even then,
Look at that schedule. And
You a funny dude for saying cupcake school.
is
Bro.
that not like cupcake?
You gonna get you gonna
Bro,
get
they played Mercer. Come on now. Mercer's like Philly down Division II ass school.
why you keep talking about these places?
I mean, the next 2 games are good. They got Mississippi and Texas A&M, so they
But
should.
Texas A&M just lost though.
But at least they're in the top 25. They're not playing no fucking Southern Miss and Mercer.
Why you got to talk about Southern Miss like that?
Why you got to put so much emphasis on Mercer?
But they're playing New Mexico State.
Like
Come on,
you
bro.
pronouncing
Man.
you pronouncing the M in Mercer the way racist people pronounce the R and the M word.
Oh man, but
Hey man, New Mexico crazy up there in Albuquerque, bro. You ain't. Come on, man.
but they're not good at football, so
Come on, the brothers out in Albuquerque, man, are crazy, man. You good?
You been out to Albuquerque before, my boy?
I know somebody who used to live up there.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Who, Troy Bolton, nigga?
Oklahoma barely beats West Virginia. That's a.
I mean, that's a tough game altogether, though.
What?
West Virginia, Oklahoma.
They always like West Virginia. They're never like good in the grand scheme, but they always like compete. Like they usually will lose,
Yeah.
but they'll compete with these
They
bigger
compete to
schools.
lose?
They always bring like a thrilling game, and when you
Yeah,
give them an
yeah, it's
upset,
all-
it's like,
They have, I
okay.
guess, as well. The one dude.
Tavon Austin,
Yeah, Taylor Austin been there.
man,
And
Tavon.
quarterback Geno Smith.
That's true. He was good in college.
Yeah,
Like I was about to be like, nigga, what? But then, nah, you right.
it was. Yeah, and then we got Ohio State mollywhopping the Akron Zips. 59-7, easy dub.
Easy dub, he says.
It's Cupcake School.
It's Akron. If we talking about anything other than soccer, nigga, it's Akron.
Yeah. Akron's always top 25 in soccer. BYU barely beats South Florida. Hey, listen, BYU, you come in the Big 12 with that lame ass scores you got. It ain't gonna work out for you.
Boy, y'all gonna go winless in the Big 12.
Come on now. I know you're 13 right now, but you gotta get that shit together.
Y'all ain't got Zach Wilson no more. Even
He hates Zach Wilson, bro. I don't know what.
You know what? If I brought that same energy you bring about Zach Wilson that you do with Justin Fields, yeah, all right.
What? It's not. I don't think it's comparable. Yeah, we have 1 start versus 3 starts.
Yeah, but he was going in as like the guy.
Okay, first of all, Matt Nagy, if I'm being honest,
Nagy
he's bad at managing the game, bro. That man,
He's got zero creativity. Matt Nagy might be
my man did
almost
not
as worth
change the game plan at all. And his quarterback, his O line, his quarterback, his whole game plan was just suffering. He was like, "Nah, we gonna keep it."
But yeah, don't worry about it. We gonna get to it. You know what I'm saying?
So, and then to finish out the top 25, Oregon beats Arizona by 22.
Yes.
Yeah. Good math right there. You check my math? Google my math?
I mean, shit. I thought about it.
Googling your math, bro. That's what he said. Google your math.
Oh, man. But,
Is Thibodeau playing in this game, or is he still out?
who?
Thibodeau, the left end for them, he's supposedly going to be the number 1 overall pick in this upcoming draft. He must still be out.
All right, let's talk about the top 25.
Yes, sir.
So, top 5, you got Alabama, Georgia, Oregon, Penn State, and Iowa. Only team I don't really believe in so far is Iowa because they didn't have a strong schedule to start the season. But, we'll see when they play those 3 schools. They got Michigan State. They got Penn State. I'm sorry. They got Penn State and they got actually, that's it. It's Penn State. They have a fairly easy schedule because they got Maryland, then Purdue. Then
Maryland's never easy. Calm down. Relax.
I mean, Maryland's got skill position
Maryland's
guys,
like
but that's it.
It's like what's the team we just said? That was just West Virginia, bro.
Oh.
They always compete.
I mean, I think Maryland closes the deal a lot more often though, because I think Maryland has like they will have like 2 guys on either side of the ball go pro just about every year.
Oh, we gotta talk about this. BG beats Minnesota. Fuck them hoes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Big
Mac School
win
beats the Big Ten. That's the big upset right
for
there.
BGSU.
They was a 30-point underdog. If you put $10 down, you would make $305 with that $10 bet. That's crazy.
It's the beautiful thing about sports betting. Cannot wait till we are fully legal here in Ohio. It's gonna be a beautiful thing.
I'm gonna be a millionaire.
Bro, on $10 bets?
I hope so, bro.
With $10 bets?
I mean, crazy things have happened, man.
There's no risk with that.
I'd be putting $10 down, like shockingly, obviously, like you'd go against type bets, like
Yeah, because I mean, if it hits, it's worth it.
because like that Anthony Joshua fight that happened a couple days ago, where you got slapped up. You put money on it, you would have got some money back.
Yeah,
bro.
I mean, you think of it like that. You again with something just being minus 30 odds, right? So that's a moderate in terms of sports betting. That's a moderate underdog, relatively speaking. So you do $10 on that, you get 300. Even if you fail it, if you get 1 in every 30, you make a profit.
Back. Yeah.
Eventually, you start making profit.
I wonder if people like sports gamble on Olympic sports.
Yeah, you can bet on it, bro.
I just feel like that's such a boring like thing to bet on.
That might be illegal. No, the racing ones are not. It's like the relays. So that's exciting.
I mean, there's a certain sports site that is waiting to come to Ohio that is looking for people who have a platform to talk about them, who, you know, can tell you all about the different things that you can bet on. But until, you know, until we get some things under wraps, then, you know, they will be not named.
Let's keep going with the rankings. Oklahoma, Cincinnati, Arkansas,
Shout out Cincinnati,
and Florida round out the top 10. Cincinnati, I can't wait till they get to the Big 12 so they can get into the playoff and see what they're about. I think they're really good. I think they can stay being good with, along with Luke Fickell's their head coach.
Don't leave for USC, Luke. Stay at Cincinnati. Enjoy what you've built.
Yeah, he got to stay, especially when they go to the big conference. That's a big conference right there.
Let's go Trojans.
Shut your ass up.
I miss how good they used to be.
No, you don't.
And then we got 11 through 15.
Ask me my favorite nigga from USC. I dare you. I double dare.
He's gonna go Reggie Bush
every time.
Ohio State, Ole Miss, BYU, Michigan, and Texas A&M round up the top 15. They got Coastal Carolina, Michigan State, Fresno State, Oklahoma State, UCLA, top 20. Then to end the top 25, Baylor, Auburn, NC State, Wake Forest, and Clemson. Clemson is hanging on by a thread.
Yes, they are. And just on the outside looking in are Texas, Maryland, and then San Diego State.
San Diego State.
Shout out to Fresno.
Yeah, man. Fresno State.
Does Boston College?
Boston College getting 55.
Who they play?
They're about to play Clemson.
Oh shit! So if Boston College beat Clemson,
Slap them up.
Boston
Please.
College is in the top 25.
Slap them up. If they not, oh my goodness. DJ, don't fall out. Don't be.
What's his last name?
Don't be the first. Don't be the first Clemson QB to take your team. I don't even know when the last time they've been out the top 25.
Bro, it don't matter, bro.
Don't let it happen under your tutelage, my boy.
But look at the gap right there. They already know. That's the threat right there.
I mean, look, there's only 7 votes. They were 7 votes away from not being in top 25 at all.
Surprise, you may say? Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit.
All right, let's move on to the NFL.
Yes, sir.
NFL.
It was one hell of a week 3.
I know we're talking about the Thursday night game or a little bit before, but
before we continue, Ali, how'd your fantasy team do?
we lost again, man. It's bad. It's bad.
That's what happens when you chat shit. You get banged.
He lost to me. You know, I put together a great team. I tried to tell him that Marquise Brown wasn't going to have a game that he had weeks prior, and he didn't listen.
Hey man, listen.
Sir.
I mean, you got a Ravens fan right here. He probably could have told you the same thing.
It's all good, bro.
I tried to tell you that Marquise Brown is Braylon Edwards in Baltimore.
Damn.
And you ain't want to believe me.
I ain't gonna lie, he could have had some points if he didn't drop them dots.
He had two just perfect right in his hands.
Yeah, you said Braylon Edwards. That just bring back a whole bunch of bad memories.
But
anyways,
what's the first game we want to talk about?
We kind of talked about a little bit on Thursday. Panthers and Texans. Panthers are on fire right now, 3-0. Texas don't stand a chance.
Shout out Sam Darnold, man.
Sam Darnold played amazing.
Been telling you guys, once you lead the Jets
is just
for
trash.
greatness.
I told you. The Bills beat Washington. They beat them really well. Josh Allen had a great day. 4 touchdowns, 358. You couldn't stop him. Great line too to protect him.
How do you lose to the Steelers and just come back playing like aggressive, like just crazy good?
I don't know. The Browns mollywopped the Bears. The Bears had literally no offensive plan, no defensive plan, no special teams plan, no plan to even play an NFL football game on Sunday because they played like absolute shit. They only had 78 yards total offense.
They had 1 net yard play.
Who?
They didn't have 100.
No, if you include the sacks, the Bears had 1 net yard play.
See, I tried to tell you.
And they averaged 1.1 yard. Well, no, I mean it's not just that. They tried to run the ball, and David Montgomery got stuffed every time. And Matt Nagy left Justin Fields like exposed
in no man's land.
I tried to tell you, if you don't have an organization that supply you with great, opportunities.
He's got talent. Like the Bears have talent on the team. David
Montgomery. The offensive line because they kept getting sacked. Myles Garrett had a field day with his ass.
I mean, their offensive line is
useless.
Better than average.
Well, they weren't better than average on Sunday because they.
Myles Garrett
got 5 sacks.
He got 4.5.
But I'm sorry. He had an assisted sack. I'm sorry.
It's important to be accurate. But we also talking about Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is one of the gold standards when it comes to edge rushers in the NFL. It's like Myles Garrett, the Bosa brothers, Aaron Donald. You said what?
Chase Young?
I don't think I can give him that yet. Gold standard? He's good, but can I give him gold standard? He's not up there with any of those guys.
You gave Nick Bosa.
He only has 1 healthy year. Calm down.
You gave Nick Bosa gold standard, but not Chase Young?
Are you suggesting that Chase Young right now is better than Nick Bosa?
They are on the same level.
No, they're not.
I say give recognition to Chase Young.
I'm not saying he shouldn't get recognition, but the guys I just named, no, he's not up there just yet. He is on the better end of it, but he's not.
So he on a silver standard?
Sure.
All right.
Damn, man, that's tough. That's tough. I tried Chase, man.
All right.
We go back. I tried, man.
All right, go to E's favorite game of the week. Ravens.
Fuck you. What?
Justin Tucker is a GOAT.
Been saying that since I got here.
I think he's definitely
Nobody's
better
arguing
than
that part with you.
Adam Vinatieri. Vinatieri has been probably the best kicker until Justin Tucker came to the league.
I mean,
I know Greg Zuerlein, Matt Prater here and there.
no.
A lot of
No.
even Robbie Gold to some degree.
Shut your ass up.
I mean, Robbie Gold, I won't argue as much. Neither will Vin. I won't argue. I mean, Prater and Zuerlein were more so big legs than
Accurate.
yeah. Like especially Greg Zuerlein. Like he had that dominant year with the Rams, or those dominant 2 years rather, where he was just regularly hitting from 50. They were just like, fuck it, put Jared Goff at half field and then just try Greg Zuerlein out there.
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of miss the Rams in St. Louis.
Do you?
Not really.
I don't.
Thank you.
I guess I just miss the memories there. I don't know.
What memories?
Marshall Faulk, Kurt Warner.
You probably on that Kurt Warner hype train. You about to go see that biopic, huh? That's your favorite nigga out there in St. Louis.
Hell no. My favorite nigga out of St. Louis is Jason Tatum. Shut your ass up.
But yeah, that
Who's prepared for that?
66 yards and
66-yard game winner.
off the post or off the crossbar.
But I also saw that, I said, oh. It kind of, because Phil Dawson had a similar fashion how he won a game like that. It hit the back stanchion and went back up. I said, oh. That's
Yeah,
rough.
man, that was a fun game. And this is the thing. Like, so I was watching the game with a Lions fan. Yeah.
A Lions fan.
He probably went weeping.
Well, because the thing is, like, it got very like at the end of the game, like it got interesting. Jared Goff put them in position and like had them winning. You know what I mean? Like, and there was what? I think by the time when they got the ball back, there were
47.
I don't even think it was that much. I think it was 37 seconds left, and then Lamar immediately answers with that bomb down the middle of the field, and then they get one on the sidelines, and then they just run it, and yeah, man, a 66-yard game winner, longest in NFL history. Beating out Matt Prater's 63-yarder from 2008, I believe.
I think it's funny because
Earlier than that, it's not a 63-yarder.
wasn't there another game
06?
where
Something like
there was an attempt for a 68-yarder that got put back? It was the Jaguars who got the touchdown.
Yep. So, I mean, hey, it was one hell of a game.
Let's go. Who? Lamar.
Detroit, I'm disappointed in you because I really...
Are you though? I'm so surprised they lost
It's the
the game.
Detroit way.
I mean...
Lizards.
I was like, wow, I was watching the game like, damn, they really just
Sold
knocked
the
off
bag.
Baltimore. Like, I'm like, they just beat Baltimore. Like, that's a crazy way to go down and
They just
do
beat
that.
Baltimore. I never heard something.
Bro, when he lined up for that kick, you believed?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? I didn't get to see the game. I was on my ESPN fantasy app just watching through, and I seen, okay, Lamar just got to the 50. I was like, shit. All right. Then I was like, okay, they're going for a kick.
Saying then
Whoa.
they got sacked.
Because he got like sacked 3 times before that bomb he threw. Remember that? Or twice. He got
Yeah.
sacked twice. I'm like, shit. All right. If there's anybody who could do it, it's Lamar. Got him enough. Like, talk about just enough. Like, that is by far enough.
If they're any further away, if that's 67, y'all lost that game.
66 was the perfect number, boy.
All right, next game.
Damn, he really did that. Like, that's no win help because they inside of Ford Field, too. Like, he really had the leg power to get that bitch 66 yards.
It's JT, boy.
Crazy.
Next game on the list: Colts and Titans. Titans beat the Colts.
Colts
Colts are struggling. I didn't think they would be this bad. I thought they had some good signings, good re-signings.
What you mean?
I
All
thought
that
bringing back Darius Leonard was really smart for them.
Michael Pittman's playing really well for them.
Hey man, he gotta maintain that after he told Carson Wentz, "Fuck you, I'm not giving you number 11."
Yeah, he did. So, but yeah, they're struggling right now. I don't know what's going on with the good old elite Colts.
Well, they don't got no identity, man. They can't throw the ball because Carson Wentz, got something
glass
going on
body, bro. Glass fucking
He like the
body.
nigga from that SpongeBob episode, bro.
Is it good? Nelson got hurt again or no?
He did get carted off.
Again.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing at the training grounds over there in India or something, but like niggas
I
is
thought they came back too soon from their injuries. I think they should have waited.
low key. That probably yeah.
Because they had a
Because they were
longer.
lower body injuries.
Yeah, because they had a longer window for their recovery, but
Yeah,
they
originally
came
was
back a little earlier.
It was 5 to 12 weeks or something wild like that, and they were foot injuries, both of
They
them.
came back in 6 weeks.
Yeah, and then Carson Wentz turns right around, sprains both his ankles. Granted, Aaron Donald fell out.
How do you do that?
Why is that funny?
How do you do that? Like,
You ain't see the play?
no, I ain't see it.
Aaron Donald sacked him and like literally folded that nigga.
Like a lawn.
I thought like his shit was broken. Like I thought it was over for his season.
Bro, he came up.
It looked bad.
It looked real.
Talk about a bet you could have made money on.
Well, I mean that's what Indy did when they traded for him. Because if Carson Wentz doesn't play in 75% of these snaps, they are sending a pick to Philly, but it's a conditional pick. So if Carson Wentz doesn't play 75% of the snaps, that second round pick turns into a third.
Or 70% in the playoff berth.
Yeah, and right now they're 0-3, which they haven't been in forever. They got off to a better start with Phillip Rivers.
Or Jacoby Brissett, really.
Yeah, Jacoby Brissett even kept them afloat. They have it's tough, man, and you can't be dropping it. This is a divisional game.
Now, moving on to the next game, Chargers and Chiefs. Hey, Justin Herbert is a dog.
I mean, yeah, man.
I'm not gonna go against that because that's facts. But Chiefs, what are y'all doing?
They last in the division.
No,
What's going about that? They last in the division.
Yeah.
last in the division.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh my God.
I don't know what's going on with the Chiefs this year.
I know it's early, but as Chiefs, they probably find a way. But
Yeah, but this is when they do the best, man. September is when they dominate, man. Hold on, wait till they show it again, bro. Look how this nigga folded. You see what I'm saying? I thought, bro, I was watching that live. I thought it was over for his career. I'm like, he's done. Aaron Donald just ended his career. But only had walked away with 2 ankle sprains.
I think, how do I say this right?
So that's how you sprain both your ankles.
So, regarding the Chiefs, I think, because the Josh Gordon free agency sign, Josh Gordon signed with the Chiefs. I think that really just
he didn't play the
explains.
game, did he?
No. So he's on their practice squad and he's eligible to get moved up which he did pass his physicals today. And so you would expect them to elevate him, but nothing's been official just yet.
But I think this really underlies the problem with Kansas City. Is like they supplement their offense super heavy, and like their defense gets thrashed.
I mean, it's true. They have 2 good defensive players, and that's
like,
Chris Jones and Honey Badger.
They should be really looking at Richard Sherman,
who's in Tampa today.
Idiots at Chiefs. That's what it is. Absolute idiots.
I mean, I think it's just it's a comfort thing. You've been living with Patrick Mahomes basically saving you. You know, you
single-handedly too.
You go back to last year. I saw an interesting stat on Undisputed this morning. They were talking about the last year. The Chiefs at some point were trailing in all but 4 of the games that they played, and they won. They ended up going 13-3 last year. So
it's crazy, man.
I mean,
Pat Mahomes might be just like on par with Lamar, if not like.
Yeah, he's got a bigger arm. I mean, what his arm is what Lamar's legs are.
If that ain't the most truest statement I've ever heard.
Yeah, like Lamar can dash away and he can throw it, you know what I'm saying? He can throw it relatively well, and Patrick Mahomes can move around relatively well, but he got a cannon attached to his shoulder.
What's the next game up?
Next game, we got the Patriots and the Chiefs, the Saints.
Hey, Mac Jones, is he ass too?
No,
I don't know.
No, he's decent.
He's decent. Yeah,
he hasn't been charged. He just been
2 for 2 set 3 interceptions. For
I
fuck's
just,
sake.
to be fair,
Saints
throwing just said it like this 2009 or something. Throwing the ball 51 times as a rookie is a lot. Throwing the ball 51 times for anybody is a lot. The only thing I have a problem with, because like interceptions don't always tell the whole story, because you know what I'm saying, you got tip passes, you got, drop balls, deflected balls that turn into interceptions, things like that. But
one of them
all
things.
3 of these interceptions were bad ones. He didn't throw a single one. And I was like, I can kind of see where you were going with that ball.
Maybe like a couple slips. He got picked off.
See that Jameis Winston throw? He just put up in the air.
Yeah.
And that club that went with the off-season training.
Yeah, see, this is what's interesting. Like all these shiny new things that Bill Belichick went and got, man, they haven't really been utilized.
Hunter Henry hasn't done shit.
Neither Johnny Smith for real. And
It's all right. It's all right. It's just they're just trying to mesh. Man.
I mean, but it's early.
It's early,
You
right?
know?
They're just meshing, man. 3 games deep, man. You just meshing.
However, Jameis Winston kind of has somewhat of a bounce back. He didn't set the world on fire, but he's doing the things that we've been like. The biggest knock on Jameis was what, the turnovers, and he
Yeah,
comes
30
out
for 30, right?
Yeah, and he goes 13 to 21. He only throws for 128 yards, but he throws for 2 touchdowns.
Hey, all you want is like good numbers, like nothing crazy, something that just get you over the line.
Just don't lose me the game. That's all I need.
Facts. Moving on, Falcons and Giants. Giants are struggling right now.
2 bottom of the basement teams.
Fair enough. I don't want to talk about this game too much.
Who won?
The Falcons on the field goal.
I love chatting shit about the Giants. Not as much about Cleveland, but the Giants come second best.
All right. Anyways, that game was trash. Bengals mollywops to the Steelers.
Ben, retire.
Yeah,
Actually, you know what? No, don't retire.
Yo, that division's tied up minus the. Hey, all you Steelers fans.
This is what, because I got to hear about it every fucking day on Twitter. Oh, most Super Bowls, nigga.
Well, they got like 2, 3, 2, 3.
What?
How many Super Bowls they got?
They have like 16.
Since when?
What do
I'm just
you
fucking
mean?
with you.
Are you?
I mean, I'm only considering that Mike Tomlin is like.
I rock with Mike Tomlin heavy. But he's going to have his first losing season this year because they kept Ben.
Nah, they probably going to, if he get hurt, I'm telling you, they're gonna grab my boy Cam. Oh, I'm sorry, Cameron.
They need to call Cam, right? Actually, don't. Call Cam after you play the Browns twice so we can, put up absurd numbers on the Steelers. And then call Cam Newton.
And then maybe, what's his face? Who was San Fran former quarterback? You know what I'm talking about? Took the knee. What's his name?
Kaepernick?
Colin Kaepernick. Call him too.
Took the knee.
I couldn't think of his name, bro.
You forgot one of the most influential people in black culture in recent history.
Yes, I did.
That's crazy. What's the next game, man?
Cardinals beat the Jaguars. That's not a surprise. Cardinals defense is pretty good.
They're a fun
Kyler
team, man.
Murray's playing really well. I know he had a turnover, but
Dark horse MVP, man.
No, but okay.
Why not?
Kyler Murray?
Yeah. Dark horse MVP.
Just agree with me, Ali. You already know you want to. No.
I don't know about that yet. I don't know.
He already thrown for 1,000 yards. Got 7 touchdowns. Has thrown 4 picks. What is Russian looking like?
Anyways, let's move on to the worst team in the NFL. The Jets loses by 26-0. Moving on. Raiders and the Dolphins had a great thriller. The Raiders went in.
Great thriller.
Yeah, they had a.
You ain't get no letter to Teddy B, by the way, for being the Broncos in general, for being 3-0. That's crazy. Go ahead, though.
I mean,
but who they really play?
They're playing the Jets. That's all.
I mean, it's ass teams, but they still 3-0.
I understand, but like the Jets,
they still 3-0.
I can't talk about the Jets.
I'm not talking about the Jets. I'm talking about the Broncos.
But you hate the Jets. You hate Zach Wilson.
I don't hate the Jets. I think Zach Wilson sucks. I don't even hate Zach Wilson.
So does Justin Fields, but we don't mention that.
Just Fields doesn't suck. His team sucks.
Let's just pretend like that's not the same situation.
Zach Wilson has equal weapons to what Justin Fields has on the offensive side. Defensively, it's not close.
Name me your favorite nigga from the Jets.
Not Zach Wilson.
Elijah Moore.
He don't like niggas anyways.
Elijah Moore, Jamison Crowder, Denzel Mims, Mekhi Becton.
Okay, Mekhi Becton actually fire.
Stop playing with me, nigga.
Hey.
But yes, like Ali said, another dark horse MVP candidate, Derek Carr, leads his team to a win over the Miami Dolphins.
3-0. And Derek Carr also leads the league in passenger yards.
Boy, because they're just full on, like, fuck it. Just throw that bitch.
They're going to lose the next game.
They got the Ravens?
Too.
Who they got next? Ravens?
No.
Who they got next?
I got no idea.
You just saying they gonna lose, not even know who they play?
They play the Chargers or the Bears.
I mean,
they're gonna
beat the Bears, but the Chargers gonna. Oh, that's the night game too. Yeah, they gonna.
Wait, is it the Sunday night or the Monday night prime?
It's a Sunday night game.
Okay, that's a
Chargers is Monday Night Football, bro.
Oh, it is Monday night. I just seen the 8:15 start time. And I was like, oh, it's Sunday night.
Prime time.
Hey man, shout out Henry Ruggs too, man. He's gotten way better since last year. He was not.
Wasn't he like the first pick of wide receivers?
Yeah, he got picked over Jerry Jeudy and all them other dudes, man. And they was like, "What y'all doing?"
What was it? There's Henry Ruggs. Who was the other guy? That Jerry Jeudy and the dude from who went to the Cowboys. What's his name?
Bro, what am I? CD Lamb. Shit.
CD
I'm
Lamb.
blanking on his name. Yeah.
Shout out to that man. He alright.
Supposed to say you a CD Lamb fan?
I'm not no CD Lamb fan.
What was the next game?
Next game we got Buccaneers and Rams. Rams played phenomenal.
Hey.
And beat to sit down the defending champs, bro. Hey, I said it to you guys. Matt Stafford is on a competent playoff team, and look at what he's doing.
Yeah, like he don't got no superstars on this on the offense anyway.
He has my early vote for
on the
MVP.
Offense. On the offense,
Cooper Kupp is like
a superstar.
Didn't you just vouch for him like the other day as like being the top like white wide receiver? Like, come on, like there is an agenda with you. There is an agenda.
So the things have to be the same.
They have to be consistent.
Yes.
How is that inconsistent?
It's very inconsistent.
I said he's not a superstar in the league.
You say he's like one of the best.
A superstar would be a top 3 player at their position. Is
top 3.
Is Cooper Kupp a top 3 wide receiver?
He like top 10, and that's stretching it.
And he's probably like number 10. And that's no because he's leading the league in receiving yards. So that's no disrespect to Cooper Kupp whatsoever.
All right,
but he's not.
Man, fuck Cooper Kupp. I'm talking about Matthew Stafford.
Thank you.
This nigga disrespectful.
Nah, nigga, you just so now.
Go ahead, talk about Cooper
Stafford. Early vote for MVP. He's top 5 right now, candidate for MVP. He's been.
Actually, I do agree with that. That is very factual.
He hasn't had a bad game yet so
it's
far.
like a rebirth of
like
what people assumed he would have been.
I wish Detroit didn't waste his prime.
They really did. Like Detroit be wasting motherfuckers.
Like goddamn.
Talk about they.
I don't know how anybody. Not even just I don't know how anybody beats the Rams when he's playing like this. I mean, 27 of 38 for 343 and 4 touchdowns.
They're having like great defenders.
His QBR is 90, bro.
Well, I mean, he got everything that he has everything that he didn't have in Detroit. He
got defense.
He's got an elite defense.
He got great receivers. Not like just one receiver. He got like 3 or 4.
Great.
He's got
really good receivers.
He has good receivers.
Yes, definitely better than.
He has a receiving core.
Yeah. There you go.
Because Detroit only had Megatron and a good tight end. One good tight end.
Marvin Jones for like 2 years was good.
I feel like they had someone else though.
I mean, Kenny Galladay had a good season. And then that was it.
All right, one and
that was
bum ass.
But he was really he kind of fooled everybody. It's the same way Juju kind of fooled people.
Juju's his number 2. That's his.
He is like
so
the
it's
best.
Kenny Galladay. He just he benefited from Marvin Jones's really good season. And also had 1,000 yards and Matt Stafford was just I don't even remember who the running back was at that point in time, and they was just airing that bitch out every time. But now that Matt Stafford has a receiving core, he's got good tight ends, he's got a defense that'll go get the ball, and he don't got to throw them out of he don't got to come back and necessarily win every game. He doesn't have to play a perfect game in order to win.
He's right now he is playing,
even though that was pretty close to a perfect game.
I think he just he ain't having to stress about saving the team.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like any win that Detroit had while he was there was simply because of him.
And the pocket's keeping him safe too.
He has a great line in front of him. So.
Really, if you compare the lines, bro,
it's not even comparable for him.
This man's gonna probably have a first healthy season in a long time.
Listen, he's 5th in the league in yards, 2nd in touchdowns, 6th in interceptions. He only has 1 interception. And number 1 in QBR.
He got 9 touchdowns in this season?
Yeah, come on now. He's playing at his best. He's like 33, 34?
Something like that.
Wasteful. He probably got 2 good years left in him.
Yeah. I feel so bad for him. But hopefully he can get something out of this season and possibly next season. But
plus, this was a big statement for them because the first 2 games, the Bears and the Colts kind of, and the Colts win was kind of an ugly win. You know what I'm saying? So people were like, oh,
Damn,
so you're saying it's like a statement?
2000.
Yeah, because throwing 4 touchdowns on the defending champs, that's.
He's from 2009, bro. Damn.
Yeah, bro.
Who was in that draft class? I bet you some of them retired already.
Yeah, no.
A lot of them probably retired already.
So.
In fact, probably anybody who's not a QB is probably retired.
I'm pretty sure Chad Ochocinco's still playing in 09.
Shut up.
Shit. That's a good.
Ocho versus Science. We love it.
Hey, listen.
2009.
Yeah, 2009.
Alex Mack is in that draft.
Alex Mack.
Hey, shot man.
That was probably one of the best centers like ever.
He was great for us, man.
Damn.
Aaron Curry.
I miss that dude.
BJ Raji.
PJ
Roger.
Roger.
He had a 6-year career.
Michael Crabtree. Malcolm Jenkins.
Michael
Brian
Crabtree?
Christian. Bro, somebody's got to still be playing. See how
Mark Sanchez.
I'm pretty sure Crabtree's still playing.
Clay Matthews.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
He retired?
Patrick Chung just
When
retired.
last I heard his name in the league this year?
Darius Butler.
So he played for us like 3 years ago.
Max Unger.
4 years ago?
He played on the Raiders,
LaShawn
the
McCoy's
Ravens,
still playing.
the 49ers. I can't remember all the teams he played
Is
for.
LaShawn McCoy still on the? Is he still?
Is he on a team?
He was on the Bucks last year. I don't know if he's still there.
Man, LaShawn McCoy, haven't heard that name in years. Dude was a
Dude.
that's a superstar, bro.
You said what?
Clay Matthews?
He ain't playing, bro. He ain't even touch a football in years.
Oh damn! LaShawn McCoy is not on the team. He hasn't officially retired, but he's not on the team.
Jeremy Macklin?
I remember him. Dude was
Percy Harvin? Chris Wells? Oh my God.
Man, Percy Harvin was filthy, bro. Mike Wallace, Jared Cook. Jared Cook's still playing. Okay, there's somebody. Hey, this is also Pat McAfee's draft, so he ain't playing no more. But shout out one of the best punters to ever do it. Johnny Knox, Nick Harris, James Casey. What else is in this guy? Thomas Morstead, I think, just retired. Yeah, man. What a draft. And then Pat McAfee, 7th round pick to the Colts.
Shout out Pat. If you're watching the show, thank you.
Appreciate you.
I don't really care either way.
Oh, Ryan Suckup. Okay. So
Well, kickers is different. He don't
Yeah,
count.
man, they like 20 years deep every year.
three
If
guys.
they're good, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's another kicker, but Graham Gano he's unsigned, but you know, he's still in. He was in that same class.
Was Cody Parkey? No, I'm playing.
Shut the
I love
fuck
bringing
up.
up Cody Parkey.
So yeah,
It's the guy that missed that field goal in Chicago.
Cody Parkey, bro. He played for y'all, didn't he?
he did all right for us. He
Fucking God. We got so many kickers I don't know.
Cody
he
Parkey was
didn't
like
do
a
terrible for
guy.
us. He only missed 3 kicks.
The only thing I remember is Zane Gonzalez, a punk ass kicker, bro. Cost us 3
He
games.
said punk ass.
Zane Gonzalez was ass. Austin Seibert I thought was gonna be good. He's not.
Yo, what you gotta say? He said punk ass. Boy, if he heard
No, because
you.
he cost us 3 games. That bullshit he was doing.
It cost us 3 games.
If he heard you.
Then like the one game he missed, like
3 field goals.
Yeah.
We lost by 1. I mean, he lost by 2
he had
points.
3 opportunities to win the game. And he didn't take any of them.
Hey, moving on, man. I'm mad. That's pissed me.
And
Is there
then
another game?
Yeah, Seattle and Vikings. Vikings look strong.
Seattle looked like
boy, they
shit.
clamped up Seattle, man. I don't. It's a
Justin
little
Jefferson on fire.
too, boy,
he
one of the
had a
best
good
young.
year.
He one of the best young wide receivers, man.
Shout out Sierra. Should that say that?
Oh my God. I mean, Wilson didn't have a bad game. No turnovers. Pretty decent. He just got sacked up. He got sacked. He pressured.
I mean, that's always
Yeah.
it's always been the issue, man.
So
They don't protect that man. Like
they don't. So Justin Jefferson had a day. And they had
what did he finish with?
9 catches, 118 yards, and a touchdown.
Boy, Justin Jefferson filthy, bro.
He's good, man. He's
His
good.
route, like I don't think people talk about his route running enough. Like he's athletic, so he just get downfield on niggas. But the way he be saucing these DBs up, bro, it's
He top 10 in all receiving this year. So
Good for Minnesota though to get a
to
a
lose
quality.
Stephon Diggs and then to turn that into that pick into Justin Jefferson.
they got a good receiving core too. You know,
Yeah, Adam
Conklin's
Thielen,
good.
you know.
Adam Thielen is good. Osborne is
I mean,
decent.
Dalvin could catch him too, so you can't even like.
Yeah, he was hurt last game, but
Yeah,
what's their backup? Because he had a great game for them. Oh my God, what is his name?
there's Alexander, Madison.
Yes, Madison. Yeah, he turned out a really good game for them in the absence of Dalvin Cook. So they got to be encouraged by that, man. A little
should be
future
good.
1-2 punch, maybe.
If we're lucky.
All right, Packers and 49ers. Aaron
That
Rodgers
was-
did it again.
Stop leaving Aaron Rodgers that much time.
Hey man, Aaron Rodgers, dog man. 2-minute warning. That's a specialty. Him, Tom Brady.
He said 2-minute warning.
That's the
That
only-
shouldn't be a specialty. You don't want that.
I mean, you kind of do because like in 2 minutes, if you give them enough time, they're gonna do something special.
He
That's
don't
one of the
need
only
to
teams
be-
I'm scared to play this year. 'Cause
Packers.
yeah,
I don't know. After the first game, you were like, "Yeah, bring it on, fucking lames."
Nah, I still didn't think so.
Aaron Rodgers like, "Who a fucking lame?" He said he heard that.
Bro, you know, he's on Pat McAfee show. He was chill. He was like, man, yeah, no, we lost. You know what I'm saying? It happens. You know, we got take it on the chin and move on. And they was like, why are you so calm? Nigga, it's the first game of the season. What the fuck you mean? Oh, why are you upset for? Like, it's the first game of the season. Like, y'all chill. If this was week 15, all right.
Yeah. If this was a playoff game, cool.
All right. Yeah, you right.
Nigga, it's the
It's the first game of the season, bro. What the hell are y'all talking about?
Conversely, though, only thing that worries me about the Pack, like if I was a Packers fan, the only thing I would be scared of, without Devontae Adams, y'all passing game kind of ass.
What about Arcega Whiteside? He's still there?
What? Nigga, first of all, he was with the Eagles.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, honestly,
That's as much as I know about the.
I ain't gonna lie.
You just wanted to throw a name up.
I ain't gonna lie. Devontae Adams.
Valdez Scanlon, was that who you was trying to think of?
Do you really know anybody else after Devontae Adams?
Devontae Adams, Marquez Valdez Scanlon. Who else they got?
Who's it? Cook.
Bob Tunyon.
They got Cooks.
They don't have Jared Cook anymore.
Who's the other dude they picked up?
Randall Cobb. He ain't do shit.
Randall Cobb.
He ain't do a damn thing.
Dang, I thought he was gonna be
A damn thing.
That was like his best target, like a few years back when he was still.
When they won the Super Bowl, yeah.
Randall Cobb.
This
That
ain't
was his best
2011
friend.
no more.
Yeah,
It's a decade later, boy. He don't move like he used to.
Yeah, hell no. But Aaron Rodgers, he's that man. So
Yeah, that's a bad man.
yeah, I mean, the 49ers play well. You just can't give Aaron Rodgers that time.
Literally, like
Yeah, so it is what it is. And
Do better.
finally, Monday Night Football. Dak Prescott was a dog.
Man,
That Eagles could not do anything at all. I mean, they scored, but like,
I think I picked Washington to win this division, and the Cowboys looking real
oh,
strong.
did I pick Cowboys? I
I don't
picked
know,
Cowboys.
didn't you write it down?
I'm pretty sure I picked the Eagles though. I don't care for the Cowboys.
Hold on, this is. Ali says, we said Washington.
We all did?
No, he said.
He said the Cowboys.
No, I said Cowboys make the playoffs. You have no faith in Cowboys at all.
Yeah. This is NFL intel right here.
Ooh, that's tough.
Well, actually, let's look up our. Let's look at.
Let's get it. Let's get a
3 games in.
Let's get a reaction.
All right, so look at the standings for me, so we can. Anyway, let's first talk about the Cowboys after they beat the hell out of the Eagles.
He said beat the
Yeah,
hell.
look, they smacked them around.
That Prescott looks fucking phenomenal, dude.
You know who's been Can we talk?
Was it Micah Parsons?
Yes, putting Micah Parsons on the edge
You're welcome. I
might
said that
be
too.
one of the smartest things. Also, Trevon Diggs stepped up in a huge way for them. A pick six, like on the.
Trevon Diggs is a dog,
bro.
His brother said it.
He did.
His brother, he was like, yeah.
And the thing that they always praise about, like they was talking with Nick Saban was on the Monday night broadcast with Eli and Peyton and everything, and he was talking about one of the best things that Trevon has is he has some of the best ball skills of anybody he's ever coached, and he's got hands almost as good as his brothers.
I mean, they always go up against each other, so like it just naturally just seemed to.
Yeah, I mean that's the true definition of iron sharpening iron.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Jalen Hurts, he played. I mean, I know he got 2 turnovers, but like, he played decently well.
He played well,
You know what
yeah.
I'm
Like
I mean, that line just needed help.
I mean, yeah,
it
all things
wasn't like a
considered,
bad game. It was very like entertaining throughout. It's just
it's just the Cowboys are better.
on that.
They're better. Dak Prescott, while he is young, Dak Prescott is a veteran QB in a younger QB's body.
He was spreading the ball out. Jalen Hurts on everybody.
That's the thing. He doesn't get centered in on one, which is like one of the biggest things. And he wasn't like running prematurely a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The
He
defense
did.
didn't work.
If he finds you, he finds you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So get your ass open.
So yeah.
talking to you, Devontae Smith.
Yeah, Cowboys. They're doing well. So for them.
So what's these reactions?
So yeah,
man?
let's get our reactions, the current standings,
All right,
and
so
where we sitting. So,
all right, so AFC East. I got Bills winning. Aaron got Bills. We all got Bills winning.
all right, and the Bills are sitting at top at
Factual.
2-1.
All right, so we are good right there. AFC North, we got Browns, and then obviously he has Ravens.
And right now it's pretty much it's a tie. I mean, technically the Bengals are sitting on top, but everybody's 2-1
Okay,
except
so
the
tie.
Steelers.
So we're also good. AFC South, we all got Titans.
Yeah.
Titans are top.
Okay. AFC West, we all picked the Chiefs.
That did not age well.
Yo,
Oh my God.
I know it's only 3 weeks, but yo,
They at the bottom.
They are at the bottom.
Well, it's only one game difference, but still.
What you mean? It's like 2 games.
Oh, because the Chargers.
Broncos and the Raiders.
They've dropped. Yikes.
Shit.
And they
All right,
dropped 2
like we
divisional
said,
games.
NFC East. Me and Aaron picked the football team, and then he picked the Cowboys.
I mean, Cowboys sitting top right now. Washington's 1 game back, though.
Yeah,
Listen to Uncle E. He knows shit.
we all picked the Packers in the North,
Yeah, I sit in the top.
I was gonna say,
and then the South. We picked the Bucks. We all picked the Bucks.
Panthers are sitting at the top. At
Well,
3
the Panthers. We thought there was like a wild card team, but we didn't think they'd be the best.
I think we gave them playoffs, right?
No, we didn't. Oh, he did. The wild card.
Damn it.
who know football like Uncle E, bro? Nobody.
All right.
E.
In the
Showing
West,
me Uncle E
in
knows
the
what.
West, we got 40. I got 49ers. Me and he got 49ers, and then Aaron got the Rams. The Rams are pretty fucking good.
I mean, man, look, I said this.
It's only 1 game off though.
Yeah.
Like, man,
I mean,
This is probably the closest division.
I think the Chiefs is probably our worst pick.
Yeah, he don't want to be traded, but he's gonna get traded. he'll be out of there. I don't know the who, but I think the idea, if Kobe, he's not a smart man, but if he's attempting what I think he's attempting, he's bringing Ricky Rubio in to run backup point guard, up his value, and then because he's got a decent size contract in terms of numbers. It's not terrible, $650. In terms of numbers, I believe he's making like $14 million, which isn't terrible, but that'll get you a decent player if he can up that trade value by playing well off the bench. Will that happen? And is that in Kobe Altman's mind? Probably not, because he has yet to make a good move as a GM. So, other than taking Jared Allen from the Nets, that's about it. That's the only dub on his entire record.
You got some harsh words, but I think this season I'm going
Is
to
it
watch a
harsh?
lot more Rockets.
Facts.
Depending on where John Wall goes.
I don't give a fuck about John Wall.
You saw the way he was cooking? I swear people use IG to show off they cook, but they not really cooking.
Why you hating?
No, this is a dig at Ben Simmons.
I'm not hating on John Wall, but
You are hating on John Wall. You said
time is
you.
over with.
I mean,
He said his time's
he
over.
ain't getting a fair shake, man. You think about that?
He got too many fair
Hey, I got
shakes.
DJ Augustin though.
My
That's
boy,
your boy.
that's my guy.
Hey, DJ Augustine is always the guy that always say he'll take somebody over. Who sucks?
Still playing? God damn.
So they got Josh Christopher going to be in there. Jalen Green, obviously. Kenyon Martin Jr. is going to be a Mr.
he had a
Lob
jumper
threat.
now.
And he got a jumper, right. KPJ, obviously. Daniel Tice.
Oh, Christian Wood. I keep forgetting.
Christian Wood is on that team and will be back
He's healthy though.
And then John Wall said he's there. He said immediately he's just there to mentor.
Get this man. Like, he is a cancer to the team saying shit like this.
He was like, I want to help the team any way I can by mentoring the young guys around me.
Boy, just stay in your hotel room every away game.
Just get him up out of here, man.
Room service, free cable. Do your thing. Play the game. Mm-hmm.
All that. And then there's, some other news. Michael Porter gets a 5-year, $207 million extension.
Not ready for that yet.
It's a lot of money.
I mean,
You know what? I feel like it's going to be like a Derrick Rose type of thing when he got extended. He's going to get hurt and, like, get stifled.
John Wall, my job here is to be a mentor. Niggas wild, bro. Yeah, man, but $207 million is quite a bit of money. But Michael Porter Jr., I think, has some of the highest upside in the NBA, and he's flashed quite frequently when given the opportunity. However, Mike Malone does not seem to, I don't know what he's expecting to see, but whatever it is, he's not getting that from Michael Porter. So he doesn't play him.
Well, they're going to get healthy, and I think they're going to be serious contenders.
No, they're not. They'll be the exact same team they've been.
Oh, okay, guy. What the?
All right, guys. With that, we're gonna hit a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
And welcome back to the show. We are going to transition into the pop culture side of things. It's honestly, it's one of my favorite moments in the show. We have something different. We have a new segment, and then we got a cult classic. I think to start, we should start with our playlist pop up that everyone knows and loves, and kind of save our new segment for last. Mm-hmm. All right, bet.
All right, I'll go first. My playlist pop up is it's not new, but like it's Childish Gambino. Mm-hmm. It's called 1910 from his album 3:15:20. It's just a vibe song. Not really nothing too sexy, nothing too.
Wait. That was your description. It wasn't too
I
sexy.
mean, I liked it. It was a good vibe song. It was good. Like if you're chilling in the car, nice road trip song.
True.
So like
Ain't gonna lie, Gambino don't make sexy songs,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying? It make good vibe songs.
I mean, 2005 could be.
2005 and Sober are probably one of his best songs.
He said
Sober
sexy, bro.
slaps.
You a funny dude, you know that.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
it
yeah,
wasn't
he said
sexy.
it ain't no sexy song, but
It's a great song though. You got
It's straight.
Give it a listen. 1910 again on the album 3:15:20.
bet.
I will.
What you got, my boy? I like your.
Oh man, so I went a little international. You know, sometimes I don't like to stay close to home or nothing. So I went this song by Stoneboy. It's called Puntu Freestyle. Parentheses prayer that.
You don't spell the artist name for them?
So it's Stone and then BWOY.
Stone boy.
Boy.
Yeah, boy.
So I peeped this because I seen the song. I heard the song, but it was this white dude dancing to the thing. I'm gonna send it to y'all, but that shit was hilarious. He was on rhythm, man. He was hitting it on beat. Rhythm was there, and it was like a dance off too. So man, check that out if you want something, upbeat, very different than what we normally put up. It's a nice feel.
Yeah, no, that song was good. We listened to it right before we started recording. I rock with that, man. It's a nice vibe. So my song is going to come from Rod Wave's album that came out earlier this year. It's called Street Runner. So you guys know how you listen to an album all the way through, and then maybe one of the days you skip through the song that you find your favorites, and then you skip through everything else, and then you come across a song and you don't skip it for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Either you scrolling on Twitter or you just doing something, you don't skip the song. That's how this song came into my lap. I was sitting in the car, I think, waiting on something. I don't even know.
Wendy's?
Probably Wendy's. Probably Wendy's. And I didn't skip the song. I let it play out.
I mean, they ain't got no sponsorship here, so we can't say that name.
All right, we'll call it Delilah's.
No, Delilah's is also a restaurant.
Cherokee's. Yeah.
Redhead Burgers.
Could been long stocking.
I beg your pardon, bro?
You ever heard of Pippin Longstocking?
No, but
uncultured motherfucker.
So, Street Runner has the same kind of hip hop, soulful kind of feel that Rod Wave's really known for. It's a bit more, I guess, on the happier side, which is kind of a nice change of pace from we normally get from Rod Wave. He's kind of a
pretty dark.
He's a hip hop Taylor Swift. All his shit that bangs is sad. But this one's, it's pretty upbeat and funny enough. Later on, after letting the song play and really throwing it in the rotation, I seen a video of the YouTube group AMP. Shout out to AMP. When they hit 1 million subscribers, their video that they put out to their fans had that song playing over it. So, yeah, man, heat song. Go check it out. Street Runner, Rod Wave. You will not regret it.
Okay. And moving on to the last segment of our show. New segment. We're going to call it Streaming Spotlight. This is where we find kind of like playlists pop up, but just for TV shows or movies we see on either the Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, other streaming platforms.
Amazon. What else we got there? I got a bunch.
Disney Plus, HBO Max.
You already said that. What about that Paramount Plus? Y'all got that?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Y'all got Paramount Plus?
Yeah.
Y'all niggas paying to watch the iCarly reboot?
No, Champions League.
Champions League NFL football games.
Yeah, man, that's good. You trying to diss us? You better tone y'all watching for iCarly, nigga. He was ready, bro. Slow your roll.
Plus, the parts they got other different shit on there too.
Peacock got some nice movies too.
No, Peacock got.
See, Peacock, I'm not mad at them. I went and looked at.
They're nice TV shows. I want to watch that Dr. Death.
Yeah, I went back and looked at.
We're gonna get back to the.
I'm saying.
But
you tried to slide that shit in. You tried to really play it.
That's your streaming spotlight. iCarly, the new one.
Fuck no.
All right, then.
He probably watched that shit oh dang boy, they brought back Spencer, bro. That's my nigga.
I seen the clip on Twitter of her saying bitch, and I'm just like, bro, wow. This was
that's not that great.
The whole reboot is about them cussing. That's what they based the whole thing on.
They got this unique character.
I know, but that's supposed to be the draw. No. They adults and they cuss now.
Well, yeah, but there's got this new unique progressive thing going on. This girl,
Harper.
No, wait. Are you talking about the kid or the friend?
The friend.
The friend, yeah, she what?
She's lesbian.
Well, no.
She's bisexual.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
She fucked
progressive.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's progressive,
Fuck is wrong with this nigga?
Freddie he a stepdad to a black child.
I know, right?
He a stepdad?
Stepdad to a black child, bro. Like I said,
It's so wild, bro.
Hey, you know what though?
she
You
don't
know what,
respect
though?
that, man.
Got no respect for that nigga, bro.
Freddie the same dude, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I know they didn't bring back Sam.
They didn't bring back Gibby, man. My boy Gibby.
But yeah, but Freddie, you know what I'm saying? Like after seeing that nigga like grow up after the show, like he looked like he'd be a stepdad to a black kid.
Boy, he looked like a chain smoker, bro. Cut that shit out.
He need a therapist.
I guarantee you,
he
still
looked like
chasing Carly on the show.
The nigga looked like he work at Waffle House. You know what I'm saying? Smoke cigs out the back. You know what I'm saying? On break or while he cooking.
Bro, he like one of them dudes that like hold the cigarette on the bottom lip. He, yeah, man, she's great.
Yeah, I'm about. Go ahead, my nigga. Finish that shit.
Y'all silly, bro.
You ain't picture that shit.
Yeah.
That bitch just jump.
Y'all ain't crazy. But
Oh, that's funny.
my streaming spotlight is Squid Games. I watched the first episode, and I gotta say, man, I'm ready to watch the next couple episodes because that shit is crazy. Like, so in this game, so it's kind of like a Hunger Games type of feel, but like graphic.
Oh,
Ooh, I want to say Hunger Games.
Oh.
I think it's like kids games, nigga.
You watched it?
Dude, they had red light, green light, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't watch it. I know. I know things. Got to keep myself prepared for it.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. But so the first half of that first episode.
He looked at me and said, "Watch that."
The first half of that first episode is kind of like an introduce the main character basically, and then introduce a little bit other characters. But after that, this shit get interesting after the next half hour, and then that's you be like, oh shit,
the episode's an hour long.
It's an hour. All episodes an hour long.
I have to that.
So yeah, I like it so far. Can't wait to see the next one. So
Okay. For me, so my streaming spotlight is going to Blood and Water. So this show takes place in Cape Town, South Africa, which already kind of had my attention grabbed because the cast, the director, everybody who had anything to do with this show is of some sort of African descent. So big fan of that out the gate. The premise of the show is there is this teenage girl named Puling who gets transferred into this like elite high school in South Africa. And what?
look at the title you said. Sorry.
Oh yeah, Blood and Water, boy. So she gets transferred into this elite school. And upon being in the school, you know, she doing the things that teenagers normally do, you know what I'm saying? Going around meeting people, getting crushes and everything like that. But she comes across this girl, Fakele, right? And so she feels like she knows this person, but she can't put a finger on it, right? So it turns out, years and years prior to this, Puling's father got into some trouble for human trafficking. And Puling had a sister who went missing. And they have suspected the father, but they couldn't prove it, and all this stuff is going on. And Fakele happens to look just like the missing sister, a grown-up version of the missing sister. And she's trying to figure this shit out without trying to give herself up and all of this stuff. And season 1 is wild. The thing I like specifically is that they don't really, it's not a whole like long drawn out story of like, you know, it takes 3 episodes to make one point. You know what I'm saying? They progress the story relatively quickly. It's a lot of cliffhangers though. So, you know what I'm saying?
What platform is this on?
This is on Netflix. You open it up, it's probably going to be on the trending page in top 10 somewhere in there. Season 2 just got released on the 24th. So
Okay, that's
go give it a watch.
Good, bro.
Yeah, man.
Damn, I might have to watch that.
Facts. Go check it out.
But on the mind, right? So I only recently, because, you know, I don't know what it is. I get a lot of Hulu ads and like it's specifically like this show on YouTube keep coming up like Hulu keeps saying watch. It's called The Wonder Years, right? Narrated by Don Cheadle. And me thinking, I was like...
Oh, I just realized what show you was talking about.
So then when I first seen like the ads, I thought it was like, like sort of like everybody hates Chris, sort of like the life of Chris Rock, but Don Cheadle, but it wasn't. But first episode, bro. Let me just say this: Dule Hill, underappreciated actor of all time. Dule Hill,
Hey,
bro.
great shout out there, my boy.
Hey, man, I gotta keep Dule Hill. So it follows this kid during the I want to say late '60s, early '70s, and it's a sitcom essentially with like heartfelt moments. And it follows, a black family.
This is new.
Yeah. So like I said, there's only one episode in.
This just hit the streets last week.
Yeah, no, well, this is kind of
It's a reboot.
Yeah, a reboot of the original Wonder Woman years with the Savage Brothers. One of the Savage Brothers played in Boy Meets World. He was Corey.
Oh, yeah.
So his brother was in the Wonder Years. So that's how they reboot that. It's kind of the same premise, but just a black version.
It's really good. And I mean, I will say, like, so it follows, the ideas around segregation, little boy playing baseball, and it sort of touches on, identity and how you find it, even though when you don't know yourself. Like, the kid himself is just like, how am I supposed to be me when I don't even know? Some shit like that, right? And the humor on this is hilarious because the dad, he a music professor. And he only go through like black owned businesses, the black plumber, the black electrician, then it's sneaking to we follow it by the black regret. It goes by like a leaky faucet. But yeah, man. And in the ending of that first episode, they talk about the death of MLK. It was so the mother start crying, and the fathers are like just in just bitter like shock. It like depicting like reactions followed by the death of MLK.
This is set in the 60s. Right, yeah. That's, oh my god, that sound fire, bro.
I'm gonna check that out.
That's really
bro. You talked that up pretty well, man.
Hey, man. Like I said, I wasn't sold in the beginning because I thought it was the life of Don Cheadle, but the first episode was like hilarious.
Did you hear the profundity he brought forward? You know what I'm saying? Talking about identity crisis. You know what I'm saying? And being able to find yourself and shit like that. That's crazy.
And his best friend took the girl he liked. You missed that over all the stuff that was going through.
But so much other shit going on. You missed that.
I'm saying, like, underlying stories you got to follow.
Damn. Well, yeah, man. If you guys have some shows that you'd like us to check out and talk about here on the show, please leave them down below or hit any of the social medias.
Let us know. We like new things.
Yeah, we'll at least give it an episode. If it sucks, we won't watch a second, but
we won't let y'all know if it sucked, though.
Yes,
we just don't.
We'll be like, Maddie B, your ass can't pick it on shows.
Maddie B, ain't that the nigga from Kids Bop?
I think so.
Maddie B.
I feel like
oh shit,
that's Maddie B raps, bro.
Oh, I hate that nigga because he did Outkast song.
Because he did Juicy Fruit too.
Oh, I'm done with that nigga. I got beef with that nigga for life.
It ain't even his fault. What else he did?
I got beef with that nigga for life.
For life? Is it on site?
Miss Jackson. He did that song.
I do remember seeing that shit.
I got beef with that nigga on site, bro. It's on site with that nigga.
I'm sorry, Mr.
Bro, it sounded so bad.
We'll listen to Miss Jackson by Maddie B Raps.
You wanna know what a good idea be like?
What's that?
You put your favorite, like not even your favorite musician, but like we'll put out like an artist song and bring out a musician who probably could have done it better.
This nigga was selling remixes of other people's music.
That's a scammer.
He went 11 on the Social 50 chart. Okay. I was about to be so disappointed in this country again.
Well, he ain't even touching the what's the top 100 thing called? The
Billboard.
There you go. He wouldn't even touch that.
Boy, they put this nigga was on WWE. I don't even want to know that.
No, I'm done.
I mean, you can catch Phaser, bro, since he 18 now.
Oh, so if I was saying nigga,
you better.
Miss Jackson, nigga. Where your mom at?
Where your mom at, nigga?
I know she'll dumbass put you up to this dumb shit.
Yo, folks. He a kid, bro. He don't know.
No. He 18.
He was a kid then.
He can go to jail. He can serve in the military. know
He
what
can
I'm
make
saying?
good music.
He could.
He can make original music.
You
How about
think
that?
like he like in college and like niggas be like, you that nigga from Kids?
Oh, you a Kids Bop nigga?
I ain't gonna lie though. I feel like he looked like the type of kid to use that as a flex.
I feel like it's his like you know how they make you do like the icebreakers and shit when you get into the dorms and everything. That's his like 2 truths and a lie.
I bet you there's one like girl who's like, yeah, you was on Kids Bop, lame ass.
She's like, I've been to Europe. I have a black girlfriend and I used to sing on Kids Bop.
Why would that be a thing? He said, I have a black girlfriend. Like,
He looked like
just,
the type.
He didn't just say he got a girlfriend. He just, I have a black girlfriend. Interracial.
Why is that so specified?
Interracial.
Because he's mad he beat raps, bro.
Y'all funny. You funny for
He's mad he beat
Who came up with Matty B raps?
some dumbass. You think like, I wonder, you think the nigga's like pursuing music or like, he got to just like be in college. There's no way this kid is like trying to pursue
American singer? Fuck out of here.
instruments,
Yes, nigga.
vocals.
Weak ass nigga over here.
Why is the top thing, does Maddie B believe in God?
All right.
All right, guys. That is our show for today.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you listening to us, watching us, however you are. Take care.
However you like listening, whether you watching
Yeah.
on YouTube, streaming through all the various platforms we're on. We like to appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.
Thank
And
you
then
guys.
real quick, we also want to give a thank you to our sponsor, Videos, as always, for taking care of us. And we cannot wait to see you back here again at the same time. And you got anything else?
Uncle E knows football. You're welcome.
How do I get this nigga a chance to talk about at the end of it?
I don't know. But,
We'll see y'all next week.
peace.
Deuces.